Good afternoon, everybody. We're going to start soon before the actual program starts because we want to give some time to Michelle from Alberta Adaptabilities to share with us. So if you could take your seats, and I'm going to introduce Michelle very briefly. Michelle and I go way back, not that far, but we went to different high schools in different years together, so something like that. Anyway, Michelle Hordal and her husband Shane, I had met at a Chamber of Commerce event quite a few years ago, I don't remember how many years, and they started a not-for-profit called Alberta Adaptabilities Association. Michelle's the founder and executive director. There's one of her folks here and somebody else I can't see because of the lights, but anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Michelle to share. We are, on behalf of Leadercast, this site, we're making a donation to Alberta Adaptabilities today. And I'll just turn over to Michelle to share with us for a few minutes.
Thank you, Earl. I want to thank you for providing me an opportunity to share with you a little bit about Adaptabilities. We're a registered charity that provides one-of-a-kind programs and services empowering children and young adults with special needs to grow, succeed, and belong in their own communities. Through our children's programs and services for adults, Adaptabilities focuses on building trust, creating hope, and establishing long-lasting relationships. In the past 10 years, Adaptabilities has had the privilege of supporting more than 1,500 children, teens, and young adults, helping them create success for life. Every program was developed due to gaps in the current system. Adaptabilities is proud to provide the following services for families in Edmonton and surrounding areas. We provide in-home respite as well as center respite, an out-of-school care program, teen nights, year-round Hearts in Action summer camps, and a Community Connect program for young adults who have finished high school. As a teacher, I recall my students sharing painful stories of wanting to belong and needing to make friends to feel included, and so the Teen Night program was born. Now teens had an opportunity to meet weekly, hang out with friends, and explore the city of Edmonton, all without the support of their parents. At the same time, out-of-school care for children over the age of 12 who needed the safety and security many families needed that support to care for their child who presented with medical, behavioral, and emotional needs after school so parents could continue to work. And our out-of-school care program filled this glaring gap. I also had the privilege of listening to many parents share with me their struggles and frustrations. I heard one too many times and decided to do something about it. Can you imagine getting a call on the first day of your child's camp asking you to come pick them up as the instructor couldn't handle their behaviors? Thus, Hearts in Action day camps were created. A caring, understanding, tolerant, and structured environment enabled kids to enjoy a successful camp experience, many for the very first time. Parents had a sense of peace knowing the camp was tailored to meet their child's needs and everyone was having a great time. In our first year of offering our Summer Hearts in Action camp, we had only 6 kids registered each day over a 7-week period. That was only 44 children, but now those children had a place where they belonged. Today, this is one of our biggest programs. So just over 10 years, last year we hit a milestone and we had 489 children in that same camp over 7 weeks. That's an average of 70 children every day, all summer long. Our purpose has always been respite, and what respite does is it gives families temporary relief from the challenges of caring for a child with special needs. It aims to strengthen the family unit by allowing families to rest, have coffee with a friend, dinner out with a spouse, and attend to life's necessities. Respite is not a luxury, but rather essential for a family's well-being. It can prevent parents from becoming stressed and fatigued to the point where they can no longer cope. It's a preventative service that helps families take care of themselves and be stronger. The wonderful secondary benefit of our programs is having the opportunity to support each person to grow personally, succeed in life, belong in community, build real relationships, and ultimately become contributing and valued citizens in the city of Edmonton, which is important for everyone's personal well-being, no different than you or I. We hire and train staff whom we call relief care and community specialists. They're allies and ambassadors, and together with families, they create a safe, caring, and community-enriched life for the people who hire us. As we mark our 10th year, we are excited to open our very first respite center located in the McKernan Community Hall. All children's programs will run out of this fantastic new center. And as you can imagine, most nonprofits start in somebody's basement. For the last 10 years, the children's respite programs and out-of-school program ran out of my husband and my home. There are so many personal stories to share, but one that stands out in my head is a family who recently came to us. They were at their end, feeling hopeless and helpless. Their daughter, who was just 13 years old, had been kicked out of several programs because of her behavior. The programs her parents sought out said they accommodated people with special needs, but when it got difficult, they were asked to leave. They found out about Adaptabilities this year and are happy to report their daughter is thriving. She is accepted unconditionally. Our staff have gone above and beyond what others wouldn't do to make a difference. Their daughter expresses to her parents how much she loves it at Adaptabilities and looks up to the staff who are specially trained in supporting her. Behaviors can be a barrier until we start looking at what is causing the behavior. Being teased, judged, and not having friends can be a really good reason to express to others one's hurt and loneliness when really all she ever wanted was to be accepted and all the wonderful and accepted for her and all the wonderful things she has to offer. I love Andy Stanley's quote this morning, "The value of a life is always measured by how much of it was given away." I can truly say that every day I go to work, it doesn't feel like work at all, but rather a purpose in my life worth waking up for every morning. I want to thank the City Centre Church for their donation to our program. It is gratefully appreciated, and with donations like this, we can assist others to belong in our great city of Edmonton. Together, Adaptabilities, families, and supporters can build a vision of inclusion one person at a time. Thank you.
Thanks very much, Michelle. If you'd like to know more, there's a website, Alberta Adaptabilities.ca. Is the center open?
It is.
Okay, so if you want to visit the center, see what they actually do, there's a couple of people here you could meet with and learn more about it. It's a great organization. They really impact a lot of families, children, and everybody else. So thanks for sharing, Michelle. Very soon, Mr. Malcolm Gladwell will be speaking.